An emergency fund is like having a financial safety net. It's there to help you if something unexpected happens, like a medical bill, car repair, or even if you lose your job. It can help you avoid going into debt when these financial emergencies arise. And having one can provide peace of mind knowing that you have something to fall back on if you need it. So in this video, we'll walk through what an emergency fund is and how to start saving one. Number 1. Understand what an emergency fund is first. It's important to understand what an emergency fund is and isn't. An emergency fund is a sum of money that you set aside specifically for unexpected expenses. These are costs that typically come up suddenly and can vary greatly. For example, medical bills, car repairs, home maintenance, replacing broken appliances, unexpected travel expenses, or even job loss. The primary purpose of an emergency fund is to act as a financial safety net. Its goal is to help you handle these unforeseen circumstances without resorting to debt, such as using credit cards or taking out loans. Having an emergency fund can be a real lifesaver, helping you stay financially afloat during tough times and preventing you from making hasty financial decisions out of desperation. On the other hand, an emergency fund is not meant for planned or expected expenses. This includes things like vacations, new purchases, or regular bills. It's also not a replacement for insurance. Insurance is designed to cover specific risks like health issues, property damage, or accidents. So while insurance can help with certain emergencies, it shouldn't be your only safety net. Number 2, set a clear savings goal. Having a clear savings goal is crucial when building an emergency fund. It gives you a target to aim for and helps you stay motivated and on track. Now, when it comes to setting this goal, experts often recommend saving enough to cover 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. But don't feel overwhelmed by that big number. If it feels too daunting, break it down into smaller milestones. Start with a manageable amount like $500 or $1,000 and set that as your initial goal. Once you reach that milestone, you can set another one and another until you work your way up to your desired amount. It's all about taking small, consistent steps towards your larger financial goal. Remember, even small amounts saved regularly can add up significantly over time. Number 3. Analyze your monthly budget. Analyzing your monthly budget is key to figuring out how much you can realistically put towards your emergency fund. To do this effectively, keep track of your income and expenses for a month or two to get a clear picture of your financial situation. You can use a budgeting app, a spreadsheet, or even just a notebook. Write down every expense, no matter how small, and categorize them. This will help you see where your money is going. Once you have this information, look for areas where you might be able to cut back. Can you reduce your dining out budget? Are there subscriptions you could cancel? By finding ways to save more, you'll have more to contribute to your emergency fund. It's also essential to know your fixed and variable expenses. Fixed expenses are consistent each month, like rent or loan payments. Variable expenses change each month, like groceries or entertainment. Knowing these costs will help you determine how much you need to save to cover your living expenses for the recommended 3 to 6 months. Remember, the more detailed your budget analysis, the better equipped you'll be to make informed saving and spending decisions. Number 4. Open a separate savings account. Opening a separate savings account is a smart move when setting up your emergency fund. Here's why. Keeping your emergency savings in a separate account ensures not you woe and accidentally spend the money on non-emergency items. It provides a clear boundary between your everyday spending money and your emergency savings. Additionally, a separate account makes it easier to track the growth of your emergency fund, which can be motivating. Now, when choosing a savings account, consider one with a bank that offers a high-yield savings account. This means that your money will earn a decent amount of interest, which can help your fund grow faster. Many online banks offer higher interest rates than traditional brick-and-mortar banks, so it's worth comparing rates before making a decision. Just ensure that the bank is FDIC insured so your money is safe. Opening a separate savings account is a simple yet effective step towards securing your financial future. Number 5. Start small and stay consistent. Starting small with your emergency fund is not only realistic, but it's also a great way to build good financial habits. Begin by setting a fixed amount that you can comfortably save each week or month. Even if it's a modest sum like $20 or $50. Consistency is the key here. Make it a habit to transfer this amount into your savings account regularly. You can set up an automatic transfer to make the process seamless. As you progress and your income increases or expenses decrease, you can gradually raise the amount you save. Starting small has several advantages. First, it's less daunting than trying to save a lump sum all at once. Second, it allows you to stay committed because you're not burdened by a large amount right from the start. And third, it helps you build discipline and make saving a part of your routine. Building an emergency fund is a marathon, not a sprint. So start small, stay consistent, and watch your savings grow over time. Number 6. Use windfalls and extra income. Using windfalls and extra income to boost your emergency fund is a smart strategy for a couple of reasons. Firstly, windfalls like inheritances, gifts, or tax refunds are unexpected sources of money that can accelerate your savings goal. Instead of spending these funds, allocate a portion or even the entire amount towards your emergency fund. Secondly, extra income from sources like side hustles, freelance work, or a second job can also be directed towards your emergency fund. These additional funds can help you save more quickly and reach your financial goals sooner. By using windfalls and extra income, you can top up your emergency fund, reach your savings target faster, and enhance your financial security. It's a great way to put unexpected or additional money to good use, ensuring that you're always prepared for unexpected expenses. Number 7. Avoid using the fund for non-emergencies. It's crucial to remember that an emergency fund is a financial safety net for unexpected situations. That's why it's essential to avoid using it for non-emergency expenses. When you set aside money for your emergency fund, it should be with the understanding that it's for unforeseen circumstances like medical bills, car repairs, or job loss. Using it for anything else defeats its purpose. Imagine you have $5,000 in your emergency fund, and you decide to use it for a vacation. Then a car accident occurs and you have to pay a $2,000 repair bill. With your emergency fund depleted, you'd have to rely on credit cards or loans, which can have high interest rates. Not only does this increase your debt, but it also means paying more for the things you want. The solution is simple. Don't dip into your emergency fund for non-emergencies. If you face a non-urgent expense that you hadn't planned for, explore other options like adjusting your budget, cutting back on non-essential spending, or even seeking discounts or promotions. Remember, your emergency fund is there to provide financial stability during unexpected events. Safeguard it and use it only when needed for true emergencies. Number 8. Review and adjust periodically. Periodically reviewing and adjusting your emergency fund is crucial for a few key reasons. First, your financial situation and expenses change over time. Your income may grow, your debts may change, or your living expenses may fluctuate. Regularly reviewing your emergency fund ensures that you're saving enough to cover your current and future needs. Secondly, life circumstances evolve. You may take on new financial responsibilities like buying a house, getting married, or having children. Or you may experience unexpected events like a health issue or job loss. These changes can impact your income and expenses, requiring adjustments to your emergency fund savings goal. Finally, it's essential to review and adjust your emergency fund periodically to maintain its effectiveness. Revisit your budget, assess your financial obligations, and consider any upcoming life changes. Determine if you need to save more or if your current savings are sufficient. By doing so, you'll ensure that your emergency fund remains a reliable financial safety net, providing peace of mind and helping you navigate unexpected situations with ease. Building an emergency fund is a wise financial decision that can help you tackle unexpected expenses, recover from job loss, and avoid high-interest debt. By following the steps outlined in this guide, you can establish a robust emergency fund that will serve you well in times of need. Whether you're just starting out or looking to bolster an existing fund, remember that consistency and discipline are key. Begin with a manageable amount, stay committed, and watch your savings grow over time. Don't forget to periodically review and adjust your fund based on your changing circumstances and financial goals. Prioritize this fund, avoid using it for non-emergencies, and let compound interest work its magic. With dedication and patience, you LAL build a strong financial safety net that will provide you with peace of mind and help. You navigate life's uncertainties with confidence,